Let there be two vectors A and B. And angle between the vectors be equal to theta. This is A vector, OA, and OB equal to B vector. Then dot product between these two vectors dot product between A and B is defined as E dot B equal to mod A mod B cos theta. You can simply write this one as AB cos theta, because mod A you can write A, mod B as B, and theta is the angle between two vectors. Angle has no sense here, just angle. So this dot product will be vanishing for when the angle for theta equal to pi by 2, A dot B equal to 0. Pi 90 degree, you know it, so dot product 0. And if this one happens, A and B are said to be orthogonal, perpendicular to each other. Therefore, A is perpendicular to B. So two vectors perpendicular if their dot product vanishes. So if we work with these unit vectors first, I, J and K. This is I, unit vector along x-axis, J, and this part is K. Then I dot I, how will I write? I dot I will be modulus I, mod I you all know, cos 0 degree. So 1 into 1 into 1, I dot I 1. So dot product between these two unit vectors 1. Similarly, J dot J 1, K dot K is also 1. Okay. If we try to find I dot J, what's the angle between I and J? 90 degree. So this dot product must vanish. J dot K must vanish. K dot I also must vanish. Okay? You can use this result for any calculation involving dot product. That when dissimilar unit vectors are taken into consideration, their dot product will be 0. When similarity is there, their dot product will be each equal to 1. Now let us find dot product between two vectors like this. Let us take A equal to A1I, B1J, C1K, and B equal to A2I, B2J plus C2K. Then A dot B going to be what? A1I B1J C1K dot A2I plus B2J plus C2K. Now, if we go multiplication step by step, like you are taking dot product A1I with A2I. I dot I will be there. A1, A2, I dot I. I dot I, you know, you put the value. A1, B2, I dot J plus A1, C2, I dot K. Okay? And next one will be B1, A2, J dot I, B1, B2, J dot J plus B1 C2 J dot K. This will be C2. B1 C2 J dot K not equal to plus going on plus this will be C1 A2 K dot I, C1 B2 K dot J, K dot K. I dot I is what? 1. This is 0, this one 0. Plus B1 A2 0 because J dot I is there. B1 B2 0. No, B1 B2 not 0 because J dot J there will be B1 B2. J dot K dissimilarity 0, 0, and this one C1, C2. The final result is very easy to remember. This is A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2. So this is A dot B. A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So if it is asked, just let us find one application of it. Find the value of, find A dot B when A equal to Ci plus J plus 2K and B equal to I minus J plus 3K. This is very easy. Answer will be A dot B. Simply we will observe that A1, A2 exists, B1, B2 exists, C1, C2 exists. So here it will be 3 minus 1 plus 6. This is 8. No need to show the multiplication. Result is A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So we'll put it there. Now another question. Find M so that 3i minus mj plus 7k and I plus 2j minus k are orthogonal. Orthogonal means perpendicular. Under what condition they are going to be perpendicular? for what value of m they are going to be perpendicular, this we are going to find. So since they are orthogonal, if you take this one vector A, this one B, as A and B are orthogonal, so A dot B must be 0. This implies 3 minus 2m minus 7 equal to 0. So 2m equal to minus 4, m equal to minus 2. Clear? Understood? We'll write some important properties of dot product. Number 1, dot product is commutative. Why? As A dot B equal to B dot A. You all should agree with me without any proof. A dot B is mod A mod B cos theta, B dot A is mod B cos theta. Just change. Dot product is distributive. That is what? E dot B plus C, A dot B plus A dot C. True for minus also. If there is minus, you put simply minus. Associative property not true. Because E dot BC in general it is not true. Not true. You cannot define only because B dot C is a scalar number. With a how do? With a how do multiply? To vector you can multiply. Then ordinarily this constant, suppose you are getting m into a vector. Here some constant n into c vector. They may not be. In general, the law is, the dot product between two vectors is not associative. Okay? So these are some. One very important observation let us do before we proceed. A very important observation. For any vector, it may be sum of two vectors or whatever, or difference, that A dot A going to be equal to mod A square. Okay? A dot A going to be equal to mod A square. Why? Because A dot A by definition is what? This is definition. Mod A, and then cos 0 degree. Isn't it? So it is mod A square. So E dot E always will write mod A square. Now, Now let us solve one very simple problem here. If mod a minus cb, I make it a bit more complicated, mod 2a plus cb, show that a is perpendicular to b. It's a very common question in physics. They give any scalar, just coefficients same, plus minus are there, then they must be perpendicular. I'm just showing you in one sum. Then you have to solve one problem yourself. Answer given two a minus cb, 2a plus cb. Now modulus of vector is what? Root over a square plus b square plus c square. If it is ai plus bj plus ck, isn't it? But we are sure that modulus of vector is a scalar quantity. Agree or not? It is never vector quantity. So for that scalar, if equality is there, a equal to b, you can write a square equal to b square. So squaring both sides. Just squaring both sides. What do you get? 2a plus or mod square is what? Just we have done. This 2a minus cb is also a vector. If a and b are vector, 2a minus cb also vector. So this dot 2a minus cb, 2a plus cb dot 2a plus cb. Agree or not? It's alright. This is clear. Why? Because just we have studied mod square equal to a dot a. This is true for any vector a. 2a minus cb is a vector. That's why I writing 2a minus cb dot 2a minus cb. Now, distributive property is valid. So, dot product taking pairwise is applicable, is allowed. Okay? So, if you write distributive law this way, 2a dot 2a minus cb minus cb dot 2a minus cb equal to 2a dot 2a, 2a dot, just a minute, let me follow the protocol right now. 2a dot 2a plus cb plus cb dot 2a plus cb. Clear? So what to do here? Again distributive law we are going to apply. Open the bracket. 2a dot 2a, 4a dot a, 6 a dot b minus 6 b dot a plus 9 b dot b. 4 a dot a, 6 a dot b, 6 b dot a, 9 b dot b. Alright, done? This implies 4 a dot a is what? Mod square. And 4 a dot a is there on LHS, there on RHS also. 9 b dot b there on both sides. And you know dot product is commutative. So a dot b is what? Or b dot a is what? A dot b. So write minus 6a dot b minus 6a dot b will be equal to 6a dot b. You add all these. 24a dot b 0. So a dot b going to be equal to 0. Dot product between two vectors a and b is 0. Whenever this kind of relation appear in physics, remember they are going to be perpendicular. And when you are answering school-based examination, you have to do this manner. Follow my worksheet, sums are given this manner. That you will practice. Let me continue. Now, using dot product, we can derive something that we are going to do. Number one application in trigonometry. Application in trigonometry. Which is very useful, that I have to tell you first. That in a triangle ABC, in a triangle ABC, we can prove that the projection formula. What is that? ABC is a triangle ABC is a triangle whose opposite sides are small a, small b, small c. Then projection formula states that A equal to B cos C plus C cos B. B equal to A cos C So when you are taking A, it is combination of B and C. When you are taking B, it is combination of C and A. And for C, combination of A and B. This is angle A, angle B, and this one angle C. Okay? How to prove this? To prove this, what we'll do? We'll use the concept of vector, because you are finding application of vector only. So you start this manner. Let AB vector equal to A, BC equal to B, and it's alright. This we can state. This vector we have taken A. This is my assumption. We can take this. But if we assume this manner, then what's the sum of these three vectors? That is going to be 0. This is very important observation. Why? Because in triangle ABC, BA vector equal to BC plus CA. This is true by triangle law. Is or not? But the way we have taken, this BA will be minus C, BC will be A, and this will be B. And therefore, A plus B plus C going to be 0. Is or not? It's alright. So, this implies A plus B plus C has to be 0. 0 means 0 vector. Okay? So this implies A equal to minus B minus C. Taking dot product with A on both sides. What do you get? A dot A dot minus B minus C. Mod A square equal to minus A dot B minus A dot C. Okay? Hope you have understood. Now what is going to be A dot B? This you have to observe carefully. This is angle B, this is A, this one C. Mod A square is what? A square simply, you know. So put A square. Keep minus outside, it is better. A dot B, how do I write A dot B? See, this one is A vector. This one B vector. What's the angle between A and B? This I have explained in the previous session. Angle is going to be pi minus C. So A dot B will be what? Mod A, mod B, cos pi minus C. Am I correct? Similarly, A dot C will be what? C is going to be this way. A this way and C direction actually this. Then A dot C going to be mod A, mod C, cos pi minus B. Okay? So this implies A square equal to minus AB cos C. This implies AB cos C plus AC cos B. So A equal to B cos C plus C cos B. So the same manner you can prove B equal to C cos A plus A cos C. Just remember, if you take a side here, it is combination of other sides and triangles. Okay. Now in trigonometry, there is another application, that is cosine rule. Very important rule and very good applications are there. ABC triangle, this is angle A, small a, B, this one is C. You are required to prove the cosine rule. Why not sine rule? Because sine rule you will do in cross product, not here. Cosine rule is cos A equal to B square plus C square minus A square by 2BC. Cos B equal to C square plus A square minus B square by 2AC, and cos C equal to 2AB. In mathematics, this comes under properties of triangle. You might have done in class 11 too. Whatever, we will find application in physics, that's why we are going to do it now. So how to start? The way we have done in the previous case, if we take this one A vector, this one B vector, and this one C vector, I have shown that A plus B plus C equal to 0. Okay. Now we need A on one side, angle between B and C on the other side. What is the angle between B and C? Just I have told you. Angle between B and C, C and A I showed you, A and B also I showed you. But between C and B, if we try to find, this is going to be the angle. Because direction of B going to be like this. So angle between the vector B and the vector C is pi minus A. Please remember this. So here we can write B plus C equal to minus A. Taking modulus, I am not squaring. I'll never say that. We have to be perfect when writing descriptive question answer. Taking modulus, mod B plus C square, this minus mod A square means A square. Mod B plus C whole square is what? B plus C dot B plus C. And this is simply A square because vector without arrow will represent the magnitude of the vector. Am I correct? So this will be simply A square. Or you just open the bracket by distributive law. Or B dot B plus alright. B dot B is what? B dot C and C dot B same thing. 2B dot C. Am I correct? It's alright. Mod B square is what? B square 2BC. What's the angle between B and C? Just I showed you, it is pi minus E. So go accordingly, 2BC cos pi minus A therefore B square plus C square minus A square. This implies cos A equal to vector is also mathematical technique, I'll tell you. But the way we have derived here is better than any other method proving this thing. Using vector, it comes easily. Similarly, you can show that cos B and cos C. For cos B, what will you do? You will take B on one side, C and A on the other side. Cos C, what to do? You take C on one side, A and B on the other side. Got my point? Hope you have understood. Good. Now, we are going to find another application. Trigo application we have found. Two very important relations in triangle we have got. One is in geometry. There is a famous proof that angle in a semicircle is a right angle. For the sake of class 11 physics, you may be asked, prove that angle in a semicircle is a right angle by vector method. By vector method, prove that what angle in a semicircle is a right angle. This we are going to prove. bivector method. Angle in a semicircle is a right angle. So let me draw a semicircle here. AB, O is the center. This is a semicircle. Take any point P on this semicircle. You are going to prove when these two are joined and these two also, it's not a curve, not a curve. APB equal to 90 degree, this we are going to prove. O is the center. How to? Both are radius, OA and OB same, no? OA, OB, OP all are similar. If this one we have taken vector A, then you can take, you start this manner. Let OB equal to A and OP equal to R. OP is the R vector. OB is A vector. Can you tell me about this vector? OA vector will be what? Quite obvious. Obviously, OA vector is minus A. Am I correct? What you are going to prove? Angle APB 90 degree. So to prove that, angle APB 90 degree, we simply prove that the dot product between P and PB equal to 0. We prove that P dot PB equal to 0. What is that? PA and PB? You can go by triangle law. In triangle OPA, PA vector is what? PO plus OA minus R minus A. In triangle OPB, PB vector is what? PO plus OB. PO is what? Minus R plus A. So LH is going to be what? PA dot PB. That is dot. Am I correct? Have I done correctly? Now take this minus here and multiply this bracket with the minus sign. So this is R plus A dot R minus A. Isn't it? We have multiplied by minus sign, this minus common and multiplied here. So this is what? R dot R, R dot A dot R, A dot A. Alright? R dot R you know very well. What? And R dot A dot R same thing. So this will be equal to 0. Why? Since mod R equal to mod A. Clear? Understood? So dot product 0. Dot product 0 means you have found what? LHS is PA dot PB. This is 0. So this implies what? PA perpendicular to PB. Okay? So angle in a semicircle is a right angle. This can be done with the help of vectors so nicely. Now, one kind of application we found in trigonometry, in geometry, but in physics, what is the application of dot product? Must be, there is a very good application. That's what we are doing in physics. Not to prove mathematical concept only. That is, dot product in physics was first observed as finding work done by a force. To find the work done by a force. Before we just do that, let me explain the displacement vector. So number one application in physics we are going to do. Application in physics. This will do work done by a force. But before that, let me explain the concept of displacement vector. What is that? An object by the application of force goes from A to B. Then it is displacement vector. A to B, if it goes, it is displacement vector. Suppose position vector of the point is A. What is the meaning? Position vector means what? Origin is there. From origin to A, if you join, there will be A vector. Origin to point B, if you join, there will be B vector. Okay? So what you are assuming, let position vectors of A and B be A vector and B vector respectively. Okay? You understand what is position vector? There is origin. From origin to that point, if you join, then it will be A vector. A and OB equal to B. This P is an arbitrary point on the line. Role of P, I'll tell you. First, let us write any vector in terms of position vector. In triangle OAB, use triangle law. OA plus AB equal to OB. Therefore, AB is what? OB minus OA, B minus A. So how can I write AB vector now? Position vector of B, this point comes first, minus position vector of A. Got it? So write position vector of B minus position vector of A. This is AB vector. Okay. So if somebody has asked you express PQ in the form of position vector, what will be the formula? Take this one as formula now. This is what? Position vector of Q minus position vector of P. And here section formula is also valid. What is that? Section formula in physics. If P be a point, P divides AB in the ratio m is to n, then position vector of P will be this. You can prove also. I'm not going to prove it now, otherwise the purpose will not be solved. Just keep this concept in your mind that like coordinate geometry, class 10, whatever you have done, there is a formula can be used. Proof I will give you later. What I am going to do now, using this displacement vector, I am going to find the work done, application of dot product. Now, let OA equal to, let A has this point, 3D. X1, Y1, Z1, B is X2, Y2, Z2. Then how to write OA vector? OA is the origin. X1, I, Y1, J, Z1, K. OB, X2, I, Y2, J, Z2, K. Isn't it? Sorry. Then AB vector is what? AB vector equal to OB minus OA. You just subtract x2 minus x1i, y2 minus y1j, am I correct? Just subtract a from b, ob minus oa, just subtract it. Corresponding value of I, j, k being subtracted. Okay? Now, dot product application will find after learning the displacement vector. Work done by a force. This you all have studied. If force acts this way, then you have given a displacement S. This point be A, this one B. Then work done is what? W equal to F into AB simply. Vector concept is not required at all, because force acting along displacement. That's why. Force acting along displacement. But problem may arise when that force vector is not acting along displacement vector. This is our displacement vector. Force vector is not acting along displacement vector. It may happen. In that case, what to do? Again, vector concept. What is that? Suppose on this object we have taken the body here, a force is acting this way, F. Body is displaced from A to B. Then how to find the work done? This angle B theta will take the effective component in horizontal direction, F cos theta. F sin theta has no role to play. If you say that no, I'll resolve it, do it, no problem. But F sin theta has no role to play. Which one is moving the body? That is F cos theta only. Agree or not? F cos theta only moving the object from A to B. So this time, when angle between F and S be theta, then work done will be what? The effective component in horizontal direction, F cos theta into S. This you simply can write F dash. Isn't it? A dot B is what? Mod A mod B cos theta. So F cos theta into S, we can write this F dot S. See, one very good application. I need not draw the diagram. I just know the question and then I'll be using this formula. Work done how to find. Just take a problem. Let a force is also in vector form. Let a force F, let a force F equal to 3I minus J plus 5K moves an object from A469 to B345. Okay, find work done. F force takes from A to B. So whenever this question is in your mind, if this question is asked to you, you will find the displacement vector. You just write AB vector here. Vector AB is what? Position vector of B minus position vector of A. 3 minus 4 minus I minus 2J minus 4K. Therefore, W equal to what? Just done F dot AB dot minus 4K. I dot I is 1, so it will be minus 3 minus 20. Work done can be negative. It's coming 20. No problem with this. Minus 21 units. Maybe in Joule or whatever. Okay. Got the idea how to do, how to use vector to solve problems in physics? This is one simple application just to find work done. Hope you have understood. Let us know this also because it has relevance. Question arises, how to find the angle made by a vector with the coordinate axis. Three-dimensional coordinate system is there and you are taking unit vectors along three coordinate axes as x, y, z as before. So this is your x-axis unit vector I cap, j cap, k cap. The angle made by a vector, this is a vector, OP is a vector. It can make alpha angle with x-axis, beta with y-axis, and gamma with z-axis. Question is, what is alpha, beta, gamma? At least we can find L equal to cos alpha, M equal to cos beta, and N equal to cos gamma. These are called direction cosines of a vector. Okay? How to find the values of direction cosines, that I will explain now. These are called what? Direction cosines. Name is clear because cosines are involved, that's why direction cosines. So this vector you assume are equal to AI, BJ, CK. Let R equal to AI plus BJ plus CK. Then how to find cos alpha? Cos alpha will be by definition R dot I, dot product definition you know, mod R, mod I. So cos alpha is what? R dot I, how to find? A. R dot I is what? A only. Mod I is what? So one direction cosine is found. This is equal to L. Cos beta is what? B by under root, and the cos gamma is what? This is equal to N. L, M, N are direction cosines. So L square plus M square plus N square is what? This is 1. So sum of the squares of three direction cosines going to be equal to 1. L square okay, this is equal to 1. So if they have asked you to find the angle made by 3i 4j minus 5k with x-axis, then what? How to find cos alpha? You can use the formula now. 3 by under root of 3 square, 4 square, 5 square. 3 by root 50. You can use that alpha equal to cos inverse, calculator, whatever. Clear? Is this vector equally inclined with the coordinate axis? Just see the question. Is R equal to I plus J plus K equally inclined with coordinate axis? Yes. Because for this one cos alpha will be what? 1 by root 3. Cos beta 1 by root 3. Cos gamma also 1 by root 3. So it has to be equally inclined. Isn't it? Clear?